ISUPK, we out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, and it's getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my under commanding General Yahanna. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
American Yahanna don't lack no soldiers. Through the spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate you as the same. Hate Christ in they image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in a cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, Amy murdered Bob them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commander General Yahanna na ISUPK.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did. Look at all these brothers.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
A Palestinian committed a terrorist attack in America last night and is getting no news coverage.
Running through and started killing anybody they got. 100%. That's insanity.
As far as any structural, I mean,
I haven't been in yet. I just got here.
Yes, I did on purpose. Of course I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? No, I am not. Because seriously, this is at least what I can do. Because I'm gonna kill myself if I don't do something with watching children genocide every freaking night. And when you get up in morning, evening, just seeing people dying. Yes, of course. I'm gonna really have a heart attack sitting in my freaking chair. I can't. This is at least, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just freaking getting my anger out. I can't. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you should do something. Freaking country support the freaking Israel, the #1 country supporting the genocide. Maybe you have to do something about it. Stand up for the right side and really look at the freaking right freaking news. Maybe you should do this.
Yes, sir. Can I get your information real quick?
Guys, I'm sorry. I wish I could do more for my country.
These are brothers in the building, brothers in the school.
Step up here because she's talking too loud.
We are not associated with the white Jews or the Caucasian Jews or none of that over there. I'd like to see her face if I could.
Well, she's not letting me freaking fix my hijab, my cover.
Hey, shalom Israel, shalom, escucha.
Esté atento hoy a la negra vista a las 9 de la noche.
You heard it. La verdad. Shalom.
Shalom Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, 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 I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love?
I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone, I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They set you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Where's he going with this shit? Cause tonight you belong to me. I'm from One West headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No straw, but they want their mortar. Tell Trump, fuck borders. P.S. prepare for slaughter. Never take their sons and daughters. Never give them alls in return. Niggas never wanna learn. Till they laying in the urn. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. You got to burn. Even if I gotta go with it. So fuck it, is you with it? Niggas never feel froggy, they just wanna rip it. If I see a bad bitch, then I gotta rip it. Your lip looking like the Red Sea when I split it. Tell me why that flow so vicious. Every time he switches, beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas looking real, real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me if she brew ya. White people he brew now. If you didn't know, then you do now. You belong to me. Yeah. Alright. This nigga's bonkers. From the same city as the Knickerbockers. Name ring bells from here to Yonkers. Or Nicaragua. You niggas too thirsty, you need some agua. I ain't talking Fina. When they kill my dog, I ain't hear shit from Peter. These niggas talk Kent, but they really mean FEMA. Haven't cut his eye, got more stripes than Adidas. If you ain't a bad bitch, then get the fuck off my penis. 1-2 step with a meat tree drip. Keep my circle tighter than my meat tree is. If I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit. When I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip. This the type of shit that I sing to my bitch. No 6ix9ine, we don't sing no snitch. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. You belong to me. It's you, baby. One more time. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. Cause you belong to me. One more time for the ladies in the back, eh?
One West. Yeah. I'ma do it when you afraid to do it. I'ma say what you ain't gon' say. I'ma tell you what you need to hear. This life, they got us fucked up, man. Real fucked up. Look. Feel me one time. Look. Yo. I know struggle, I know pain. I know my people strung off with the dope to cope with the long days. I know this place called America. I know this place where they deal with us like homeland terrorists. I know this place got us fucked up. I know this place got us positioned so we never try to stand up. I know this place wanna see me sleep. And when it come to my people, they love to see a black man weep. But it's survival of the fittest. And when it comes to the law, best believe we gon' get it. Rise Israel, rise. Fuck the devil for his lies. Fuck the devil for his lies. Rise Israel, rise. Fuck the devil for his lies. Fuck the devil for his lives. Rise Israel, rise. Rise Israel, rise. Yeah, look, this ain't a place you wanna be, where you can surrender from a flea and still be dead in the streets. This white man, he play for keeps. And when it comes to his love, you should never wanna seek. I want war, fuck peace. I want war, fuck peace. I want them dead in the streets. I want war, fuck peace. I want them dead in the streets. I want them dead in the streets. Yeah, so prepare them troops, because my king come through, he gon' show you what it do. Death to all you other nations. You had a hand in the equation for this hell I be facing. See, man, y'all think it's a game when we bring it to you like this, man. I gotta give you the truth. When they lie to you, you love the lies cause it tastes sweet. But it's truth bitter, and it hits you straight in the core, man. But you need it. One West shit. Now, I got the pleasure to introduce you to that Philly Barbarian. Hey yo, Salakia Cat, you had something to say?
Rise Israel. All this pain and it's hard to cope. Your situation stay the same, so it's hard to hope. You say you tired of moving cane, now they call you broke. There's new rules to the game, you ain't hardly know. So that's why you gotta play it smarter. I'd rather die on my feet as a man than a martyr. That's just a lesson for my daughters. Just know they father gave his life just to build you a fortress, so you would always be protected. Just know you living in a world where you gon' feel neglected. I tell you while you young, just so you'll expect it. And when that fake love come, you can reject it. But this is hectic, give me one more second. I just hope you make the same choices and never reckless. I don't want you losing your innocence prematurely. For you, I'll be judge, executioner, and the jury. And just know you worth all the diamonds and all the jewelry. Every single ruby, and never shine way that you be. That's why if they wanna hurt you, they gotta go through me. And even if I can't be by your side physically, I just want my baby girls to rise out this misery. That's why I be working and despise every enemy, cause they wanna separate our bond and our memory. So I fight for victory, and I fight for pain, and I fight so you don't have to ever do the same. Until I rise again.
Bang, bang, bang. Got some thumb. Oh, but you see, damn. Somebody making beats? God damn. All right, there with me one. You're hearing that too? What the hell? Somebody start spitting some bars right there, man, because that's a cold beat right there.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Give me one.
It stopped. It went back.
Because I think it's coming from your end.
It stopped.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, but when I mute your mic, it's stopping.
Yeah.
Sir.
You're not able to hear it?
No, I'm not hearing what y'all. I can hear y'all clear. I don't hear anything else.
Yeah, something coming through like a beat. I mean, a bad beat too. You might want to sample. go out and come back in.
Kawakan.
Cause I come in with the beat of the year. Listen, Drake. Drake on Champagne Papi gonna take that out. You know what I mean? Salakia. Good night. Like, listen, that white van is still following us around. That white van ain't clear. And the internet just went out. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we back again, Yabashin Shabrak Thumb. We're gonna just, hold on till I mean, good to see you all again. Another weekend in hell in this prison called America. You know what I mean? We getting it in. We got the usual suspect holding it down for Commander General Yahanna. Big hand to Commander General Yahanna again. Israel, that massive Passover for us, man. Listen, that Passover, you ain't gonna want to miss it. I'm trying to tell you, you're not going to want to miss this whole thing here. That Passover is going to be something ridiculous, you know what I mean? And Purim down there in North Carolina and South Carolina, 2 states, 1 weekend, man. Yeah, I mean, Captain Nathan, you gonna tell them a little bit about it? The date, the days, all that type of stuff.
It's starting off on the 22nd. We're gonna be in South Carolina. Commander Journey Hand is coming to open the feast. Then we're gonna go to Charlotte. Where we're gonna Commander Journey Hand is gonna be in Charlotte again to close it out. And then on Saturday we're gonna hold a big massive camp in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right.
No sign crash, sir. No sign crash. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Kazak, you straight now up. You straight now.
Kawakan.
Totally straight now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I advise everybody to make it down there, to both events. You know what I mean? Both events, like anything the UPK having, get with it. You know what I mean? Get with it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's right.
So we're gonna rock tonight for sure. What you all feeling? Is a whole lot going on, and you know what I mean, is absolutely ridiculous in the empire, man.
Yeah, especially with the way they're treating us, man.
Yeah. Yep. But the general said that last year. He was saying that this year is going to be something very horrible for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was telling everybody, get prepared. And for sure, it's happening. And he'd been saying years before that as this place fall, as this place get tight, they're gonna turn on us.
Yeah.
They're gonna turn on us, ridiculously. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're gonna turn on us ridiculously for sure. So, and we seeing it, you know what I mean? Like that tape there with Captain Kapash with the terrorists, you know what I mean? That part where she always said, I'm not hurting anybody, I'm just letting out my anger.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like she don't consider us anybody. Yeah, I mean, she don't consider that at all. Go ahead, Cap.
No, you're right. Every time I watch that video, she said, well, I need to do something or I'm gonna kill myself. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do rather than messing with the priests and prophets of the Lord. If the best thing you can do is besides attack us to kill yourself, well, you better choose the latter. So
yep.
And how Christ said the best too. He said, what? If you harm one of my little children, it's better that you take what? A millstone and put it around your neck and, dive in that ocean. You think you could just, come and harm the 12 tribes and, not get, there's no repercussions, nothing, nothing. No, something will come from it. You know what I mean? Something is going to come from it. You know
something has to come from it.
Yeah. Esau can't be the only person. If something happened to him, the earth have to feel it. You know what I mean? Any other nation, anything happened to them, you know what I mean? The earth going to know. You know what I mean? And the enemies of them going to have to feel it. Well, it's the same thing for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. The only difference is the Lord on our side.
That's
you know
it.
What I mean? Not the American military, not China, you know what I mean, not the Iran Revolutionary Guards, no the Russian army. They can't save us.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We gonna turn to the Lord. Like we had to now really exercise that part of it.
Yeah.
Turn back to the Lord. You know what I mean? But we would not like that scripture in Jeremiah, I think it was 37:1, where he said you could return home and rest. Ye would not. You know what I mean? And but let's get till what? What's the 6 months of the year? June?
Yeah.
Let me give it till June. Let me give it till June till we start tapping out yelling uncle. So
yeah.
So where you all want to start?
Oh boy.
I mean, that's that story with DeSantis. We could get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get him.
Oh God.
Because he trying to be Trump, young Trump.
You remember they forced him out of the running.
Yeah.
So he had a save face now. They force him out of the running, and they leave a woman behind him. So his pride is hurt. He get forced out. They left Nikki Haley in. So he trying now to show that he's hard. He's a hardcore man, and he's so against Biden. You know what I mean?
So like you want the rally or the convoy, sir?
Okay, this one you were telling me about earlier. I think we might have to go for to both of them.
Kawakan, sir.
You know what I mean?
Kawakan, sir. Okay, I'll start at number 1, sir.
But okay, I don't think that story is on the list though.
Yeah, that story you're talking about is not on the list from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think you just had to pull it up. Wasn't you telling me earlier that that Florida is sending troops down to the border?
Okay, yeah, Kawakan, sir.
Yeah, I don't think that one is on the list. I think you probably just had to pull that from the internet.
Kawakan, sir.
You know what I mean?
Kawakan, sir. Here we go. DeSantis offers to send 1,000 troops to the Texas border. DeSantis said those headed to Texas may assist that state in helping build barriers, a point of conflict with the federal government. Governor Ron DeSantis continuing his criticism of President Joe Biden over immigration after exiting the presidential race on Thursday.
That's his selling point,
right?
Because he had to exit the race, and he and exit they put him in the room. They gave him that talk,
right?
They gave him that good old, you got to take one for the team, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Ron in there with the bottle. But this is bullshit, man. This is bullshit. No. This is bullshit. It's friggin' bullshit. They give him that old school talk that he got to step down, and he don't like that because really, okay, it's the classic playing out of carnality where Biden is an easy target because of his age and how his last term was horrible. They'll put anybody in the White House right now. Anybody.
And slack your cap. His speeches. His speeches.
His speeches is, Saturday Night Live. His speeches is Saturday Night Live material. Not to mention he lives in a facility, a old folks home. So it's damn near the presidency is up for the taking, really. Like this is damn near a time where you would see a rush for the presidential seat normally if one president served 2 terms. Whereas like he's not defending the seat no more like a defending champion. The seat is vacant at this point. That's how they're treating this election with Biden. Like the seat vacant. Because nigga, you not going back in.
Right.
So now it's up for grabs. And now with the Republican card, even though they had the thing with Trump, to a point for the Republican Party, Trump is kind of bad for business with all the charges. And they're looking at liability. And that now little window given that Nikki Haley and DeSantis the energy they need to make a play for the damn throne. You know what I mean? And that's what they really want. Because whoever coming now, you're talking about potentially 8 years. So that's a lot to play for. That's all the marbles. So imagine they come to you and tell you stand down. And not Nikki Haley. You know what I mean? They tell you stand down, not her. And then she is softer on typical Republican principles and policies. She's closer on with the Democrats and Biden.
And she is Indian.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Salakia. Nimarata. That's her name. Nimarata. Okay? Nimarata Haley. That's her name.
So her name is not Nikki.
It's Nimarata. It's like a byproduct of Nimrod. It's Nimarata.
Yeah. Her husband is the Caucasian, is the oppressor, but her people is India.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's why if you realize most of them like majority of them who say that I shouldn't say the majority, but the two of them, Nikki Haley and the other Vivek Ram.
Yeah, Kyle.
Right?
Yeah.
The two of them coming in and saying that America is not racist. Like who would say that but a heathen? You understand what I'm saying? Like a Caucasian wouldn't come in and even go down that path.
That's
you
not
know what
even.
I mean?
Okay, that's crazy because she would say America is not racist, but when they ask her about the Civil War, she fumbled. I mean, if you remember that clip when they ask her, what was the reason America fought the Civil War, and she totally left slavery out of it.
Yeah.
And everybody in the audience is like, what the hell is wrong with this broad? And she's like, well, what do you want me to say about slavery? Like, like it's shocking to her. That's crazy, huh?
Right.
Yeah. That because her people ain't had nothing, wasn't the ones across here doing that to us. You know what I mean? But even Vivek Ram, whatever you call, I'm messing up his name, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but,
Vivek.
Vivek.
Kawakasa.
He's saying when you ask him about slavery, he tried to say, yeah, it was a bad time, but America is changed now. Like just for black people to forget about it. It's in the past. That type of garbage. You know what I mean? And the two of them, is they East Indians. And for sure, East Indians and the history with black people.
Well, listen, that's the other spin in the end of the story, because remember, there's after Biden, I don't think there's a strong Democratic candidate running, which means Kamala could be in play. Remember, Kamala could still, come somewhere in there. Something happened to Biden between now and November. She's the president, which means she gonna be the one who is campaigning now. You understand? Like the shit could go so many ways with these people are. And now if she campaigning and she's East Indian, that's Vashti and the whole King Ahasuerus and all of that. She coming to try to erect in Babylon now.
I don't know, but again, I vibe that Biden might start a war, and he going down that path
to try to save himself.
to save the Democratic Party from like going under, because he gradually getting to the point where America gonna have to face Iran. They will have to face them with the stuff that they're doing. You know what I mean? Like they explain it, like where America is right now in the Middle East. They say that base that them kids get killed on. They say that basically is they illegal. They're not supposed to be there. That base, they're not supposed to be there. Like they're on the border of Jordan and Syria. And you know what I mean, they were saying basically they should not have been in there. And the link in the fact to where like black people, the only reason why they join in the military is because they don't have options.
Right.
You know what I mean? You poor, you know what I mean, is either your family leave you with drugs, that business to carry on, or you try to go to school. But when you try to go to school, you don't have money to go to school. So guess what? You're going to join the military. And the military have incentives where they'll pay for you to go to school. You know what I mean? So they're saying, you know what I mean, these kids should not have been across there. You know what I mean? They have a war going on in Chicago. They need black people to help, or in all these states. You know what I mean? Why the hell you doing what? Doing what? On a base that's not supposed to even be there.
It's a lock.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Cap.
No, Captain, I thought what you just said is, and it's funny, you know, you brought out the word border. That they wouldn't supposed to be at that border. You know, America always finds itself in an unconventional place in a time of war. They're always at borders, places, and I want to say borders. They're always at places that they shouldn't be at. And then we always become the casualty of their, you know, lack of being aware of their surroundings, which they know what they're doing.
Right.
Like, you know, in the year of 2020, 2024, the year of our oppressor. And, you know, it's so much I want to say on this, man, because it was heartbreaking to see those young brothers and sisters that lost their lives. And trust and believe, the backlash is being felt on the internet. Don't think that black people aren't saying, why?
That's right.
They are echoing exactly what Commanding General Yahanna has been saying for decades in ISUPK. And what we have amplified also on the streets of America. That we should not be invested in this war. We are becoming casualties. How is it that they are? Were they sitting ducks?
That's it. You know what I mean?
Like, come on, man. You in that case, if you're gonna have the front line in the field of battle, you should have senior men in that area. Why is it that they?
If I could, now hear me out now. Since it's on the border of where? Jordan and where?
Syria.
And Syria. How about getting the young Jordanians who need, I don't know, democracy, like you fighting for, to be on these bases?
The water.
Carry on, Khan, please.
No, Cap, what you just said right. What you just said is absolutely right. Where is the homogeneous, I hope I'm using this word correctly, in the area for freedom? If you want to fight for freedom, then why aren't you why is it there is some authenticity from the general population?
Right.
Why do we have to come from the ghettos of Chicago? And I'm just I forgot, I wish I knew exactly where all these brothers and sisters were from. But why should we have to come from the slums and dilapidated cities of America to come over to your land to help give you democracy? Doing and on the cusp of Black History Month, it's so much I want to say about this story.
Right.
But I'm afraid I'm gonna die. I'm afraid I'm gonna go all the way left and break the screen. Because this right here, no one, and it's spiritual that this is happening right in the time of Black History Month. And I still have yet. I've been searching far and wide, and all those brothers and sisters in the South, we've been searching, and I haven't heard not one Black leader, civil rights leader, bring up this story.
Right.
Not one. Where is the integration progress report? We invested all these years into this experiment you call integration. Where's the progress report?
Yeah.
So, like, I yield.
Like it's for sure absolutely ridiculous. Where now you sending America sent troops to this Jordan and Syria border, and the children of the Lord, the Israelites, the sons and daughters of slaves died. Then now DeSantis is sending troops. He's not the president of America, but he's the animosity towards the 12 tribes of Israel is so strong. It's so concentrated. It's so concentrated that now you taking up to say you ready to send troops down to the border to do what? Potentially again hurt and kill the 12 tribes of Israel. So when we serve you, we die. When we try to serve ourselves, we die. I mean, you juxtapose that against when Moses went out to see what's going on with Israel. The slave, he saw the slave master smiting the slave, and he saw the slaves striving with each other. Like, it don't matter which side we sit on, we have no safety or succor. Like, there's nothing in this place for us. Absolutely nothing in this place for us. Like, we can't choose a side. The East Indians come over here and they give up the gold and they could run for president and be in the White House. We pick the cut and shine the shoes, fight in the wars, pray to the white Jesus, marry their women, marry their men, do whatever. And we still just, officially persona non grata. Officially that, like, this is high time to come out of America, wake out of sleep, rise up. This is not your rest. Like, we in a bad place, brother. We in a very, very bad place right now.
When last you hear East Indian dying in the military, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would like to know if there's a East Indian that died recently in the military. You know what I mean? They're running to try to run the country, but none of them willing to go join the military and die.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
None of these, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
No, Cap, what you saying is so right. DeSantis want to send those troops down, rather those down to the border.
You hearing Khan?
I think he got a call. He probably ended it now, so he could come back in.
Salak, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you straight.
Okay, Salakia, my fault. Like I was saying, they want to send those troops down to the border. But where was the outrage when the Ukrainians got a VIP pass at the border? Well, I mean, I'm talking about on national and international television.
Yep.
Where was the outrage? Salaki, I yield.
No, you're right, man. Go ahead.
If I could say, the real slap to the face in all this is that the people that these brothers and sisters went over to fight and who ended up killing them, if they came to the U.S. right now, they'd be treated better than these people and their families have been treated in America.
Damn.
You understand what I mean? So that's the real slap to the face. These are slaves going to fight a war that's not theirs against a people who's more respected than them.
Yeah.
So that is the hardest thing, and I could imagine what their families going through. I mean, but black people, you should take this as a lesson. This has nothing to do with you. Come in Yahanna, find our ISUPK, join us, and we'll fight for our people, man, and we'll let them kill each other.
Right.
That's right. Listen, you find us now. Find us, and we don't have to fight out. We have a standing military right now. Like, that's the crazy thing about it all. Like, they always talk about how many men in the standing military. Like, we have a full-fledged standing military with superior weaponry power.
Right.
And we will not come back to the Lord. Like, we wouldn't have to do a damn thing, brother.
That's right.
Nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. And
Right.
if I could go back to that point he was making, matter of fact, with the where he said it wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
They were saying not illegal, but it wasn't authorized or something like that.
Okay, it's a base where there's no need for them to be there. Why they in Jordan? But they're trying to say that they I think they have a base in Syria. I think the base in Syria, they're not supposed to be in that base in Syria. But that base in Jordan is like they have a word for it, where it provide logistics for the base in Syria. You know what I mean? Like, the weapons come from there to go to Syria. So they're on the border of Syria, and I believe they have a base in Syria. But remember, Syria give them authorization to be there. They're at war. You understand? So it's like, what it's saying is, this base really not supposed to be that base, just serving for the base in Syria, I believe. You know what I mean?
So lock it, Cap.
But come on.
So basically, you saying that this is an illegal. This is illegal.
Yeah.
So they basically illegal aliens.
That's what it's sounding like. But the base in Jordan, now the brothers and sisters was in. They said Jordan give them authorization. Is the base in Syria? Now this base only in Jordan for Syria. Is like a logistics. So, you know, like, if I forget what I call it, with the military, where they're trying to bring weapons in, they need like a hub. You know what I mean?
Like an outpost. I think it's called an outpost.
It's an outpost. It's something like that. You know what I mean? But but what these, you know what I mean, how these heathens look at it is, these black people should not be there. They should not be there. That this ain't their war. If you know what I mean, you go look at, you know what I mean, other news around the world, they'll basically let you know that these black people, these kids, should not have been there. But they're only in the military for money purpose. You understand? We poor. And America know we poor. And they oppress us and put us in position, whereas you have a drug dealer, he think he working for himself. No, you working for the American government, you fool. You dumb fool, you working for the American government. Because it's in the government interest that they oppress black people, and your black behind they're using to oppress your people. You understand? And now you ain't do that. You think, you know what I mean, joining the military is more honorable. So you put on a uniform to go die for your country, but really and truly you're putting it on because, you know what I mean, you're poor. You know what I mean?
It's necessity. You being oppressed into a uniform. And if I could too, just based on that point you made about them not being there. I think Monday night when the general was going into the damn story, I had called Kazak immediately about the whole you know, how they died, because the general was going into it. And brother, okay, I recently watched this movie. I don't even like to reference the movies, but it's based on a true story. It's a movie called The Outpost, right? I thought this thing was fake, but it was actually factual. And The Outpost was based on this Battle of Kamdesh. It was a camp called Camp Ketting in Afghanistan. Brother, let me just see if I just for a second if I could get you some perspective on this location here. And this is why we can't go in there.
So Lucky, I got it, sir. I had oh, you got a video?
No, just a location, just to show where it is.
Concept, because I remember when we was talking about it, that this is And I'm not sure if this is the same one, but it sounds like when you described it, the Battle of Kamdesh.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's the one, sir.
That's the one. And it's called Camp Keating because I think that was the sergeant or whoever the lieutenant was in charge of that camp. So it's called Camp Keating. Brother,
right.
You see where he's standing? Okay, that's the mountain range. Down in the valley is the camp. And this is in the
crazy.
Afghan mountains, brother.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Afghan mountains, they're operating out of there. They can't even successfully bring stuff in. The terrain is so bad, the trucks will be falling off the side. It's damn near a lot of the stuff is on foot. You know, if they had a time, how they bring in the choppers in, because the choppers had to land and be a sitting duck. And every day, these Afghans gonna come up on top of that mountain and let off rounds down at them. And it was just like a ritual. And they had some translator, brother, who was telling them they're coming, but they ain't believe him, brother. And one day the mountain was filled with Afghans. I mean, filled with them. And they flattened that camp. They killed, I mean, so many soldiers dead. Come to find out, brother, they want to know who authorized this damn camp, who picked that damn spot down in the valley surrounded by mountains, and they came out with a protocol to never ever put a outpost in a location like that ever again. What year this happened, Kazak? I think 2009?
2009, sir.
2009. Now imagine it's 2009. You had to put a protocol to not be a sitting duck.
Right.
Brothers in the hood know that. Brothers in the hood know you can't go to another ends, another postcode, another block, and just park up anywhere in the damn project, in the hotspot. We sitting ducks up here.
Slacky. You go sit yourself in the middle of the you know what I mean? You surround yourself with enemies, basically.
Come on, come on. No, I bring this up. Go ahead, please.
No, I'm gonna wait till you finish, Cap. You bring out a heavy point. I'm gonna come behind you.
No sweat. I'm gonna be done real quick on. I bring this up because, and listen, brother, you had the movie. I thought the movie was fictional until I see the end of the shit, and they started to go into how the people, you know, how them what the men had to do to live, brother. I'm trying to show you an aftermath picture, brother. There's an aftermath picture of when they, you know, after they done they had to fight them off and call for airstrikes from an outpost that's, you know, almost half a day away. So they just really was holding on, ducking bullets, ducking. And then the airstrike down there came, and then they was able to, you know, do what they had to do. Oh, bro, I can't find the damn picture. Brother, the whole valley looked like fire. I just saw the picture here. No, this is it here. Hold on. No, this is 2009. I think this is from one of them ABC News or one of them. So it's a little blurry. But this is something you could go look up and see yourself. This is the aftermath. You remember that valley we was just watching? That's after. That's after. Brother, they were carrying men out there in pieces. Now, I say that to say, when you decide to leave your good common sense from your neighborhood in whatever situation you face, and just know you're going to give your life to people who will experiment military strategy with you. Right. Who will send you to die just to see what would happen. And then we just, you know, we pin a purple medal on your casket, or send your family a flag with some medal of honor, and that's that. Like, this is who you go into serve. Somebody who will willingly put you in. I mean, I don't know how stupid that could be. How ridiculously stupid that could be. Silaki Khan, go ahead.
Cap, what you just said was nuclear, because in essence they are making toy soldiers out of a lot of our brothers and sisters in these wars.
Yep.
And it's heavy you brought up Afghanistan. You know, all of the military generals and even empires known that that region is volatile. The only person that held that region, I want to say, for close to 3 years was Alexander the Greek. They know that that area is hard to subdue.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. I mean, they studied this at West Point. You know,
because of the
and
mountains.
you know, right? They know this. Now, of course, you know, the Lord gave Esau West Point and gave Jacob one West. Now,
that's right.
we understand. I mean, come on now. We understand these types of things, and this is what we implore our brothers and sisters to do, man. Take note, take inventory. You understand? A soldier of fortune or a toy soldier, because they can write you off. You were nothing in the country to begin with.
Right.
So you think them putting you in a uniform and a flag is going to give you some sort of patriotism? Like, this is what we have. Now we come to a flashpoint in this place, and especially what's going on in Texas. I don't know if we're going to get to that later on, but it's so much, man, with this story. I mean, just seeing them caskets, man. I saw it on TV, man, where they had the president go down there, and they had a moment of silence with his wife, and you know, and I don't want to say the Secretary of State and some other general. I mean, man, it enrages us. It enrages Commanding General Yahanna because he has a serious love affair with our people. And that's what the prophet of the Lord has, man. We don't want to see our young sons and daughters fighting for an endless war that's going to lead to Armageddon.
That's right.
That's where this war is leading to. We are in the book of Revelation for those who want to challenge the UPK. This war is going into the bottomless pit. Who won't smoke, said the dragon. That's where we are now. Salaki, I yield.
You're so right too.
If I could, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Now, in fact, let me get you, and then I'll get you a warrior.
You sure? Go on, sir.
It's up to you. I go ahead, warrior.
Yes, like sir. Everything you guys are saying is so heavy, and we wouldn't be brothers or brotherly if we didn't tell black people straight up. If you join a heathen nation to go to war, you are fighting against God. Right? I'm reading this excerpt here in this news article about that. I mean, I'm reading this, and the way these brothers and sisters died is so senseless. Listen to this. It says, U.S. forces may have mistaken an enemy drone for an American one and let it pass unchallenged into a desert base in Jordan, where it killed 3 U.S. troops and wounded dozens more, officials say. As a result, there was no effort to shoot down the enemy drone that hit the outpost. One of the trailers where troops sleep sustained the brunt of the strike while surrounding trailers. So basically, they thought it was one of their drones and just passed right through. Everybody just watched it pass right through and went and killed 3 of our brothers and sisters.
I ain't accepting that. I ain't accepting that. That's honor. Listen, last year, I don't know if you all remember, they said they had some plane, some private plane, some dude who have not a jet, but you know them private planes, some little 4-passenger planes. That the dude, it was a dude from Virginia. He fell asleep at the damn, or he had a seizure. He passed out in the damn thing, and he flew over DC. And they're trying to raise him on the radio, and they can't raise him, so they thought it was a attack. They scrambled 2 jets from down there in the Andrews Air Force Base and flew over DC, and everybody heard the sonic boom. I don't know if you all remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
This was October time. Everybody heard the loud boom because it was like, what the hell is that? Come to find out, they scrambled these jets to go shoot that plane down because he wasn't responding. What the hell you telling me about? You didn't know this was an enemy drone?
Exactly. Right. Salaki, Cap.
After 9/11, if a fly ain't responding now, guns out.
Hellfire.
Come on,
Cap. No, what you saying? Some of them electrons, they have beacons on it. They know which one is responding to certain transmitting signals, man. You got cats that know AM radio. You know, there's truckers that know that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, man, like who you fooling, man? Like what it is let me tell you, like you said, they sitting ducks out there, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You playing like they sending you in, you toy soldiers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And you look at this war, you already a casualty when you signed up. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but it's true, man. Like we are now at a flashpoint on a domestic level and international level. And remember, like we getting close to the end. You know what I'm saying? They know the truth is coming out, and they trying to get us. They trying to scatter us every which way from sundown now, because so many people are taking the UPK talking points.
Yeah.
And if I want to say one thing too about that Texas border, they really trying to scramble now, because ever since the mission to Acuna, it looked too much like a foreign government intervening when the UPK show up.
Yeah. Right.
It looked too much when we go down to the Rio Grande Valley and all our Hispanic brothers and sisters out there, and we go out there and give food, all kind of things, toiletries and things like that. It's a problem with that. They don't like that. They don't like that they're finding relief from the other tribes, the other brothers and sisters in the school. They don't like that.
Yeah.
They hate that. So now it's become a political issue, and it's turning into a religious issue. So, I mean, I just want to say that, man, like we implore all our brothers and sisters, and some brothers and sisters are in the military that's reaching out to us, man. Continue to reach out to us. A lot of the brothers and sisters out there in Texas, out there in Fort Hood, man. Look, man, continue to stay in contact with us, man. God gonna give you those skills that you learning are for your nation, not for this nation, because you see what has happened. Trust me, it's a ripple effect, and everybody's in the military that's black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. They talking about it. Don't think they ain't talking about it.
Yeah.
Like I yield.
And what you're saying is so heavy, which shows that if you call yourself an Israelite group and you pushing your brothers and sisters into the military, you're fake. You're a Christian.
You understand?
You know what I mean? You're a Christian. You know what I mean? Like you think, and this is what, you know what I mean, our people gonna get fooled with in the news, right? And just to go off of what because Warrior was saying too, that sound like a Pearl Harbor. That sound like a
9/11.
9/11 with them saying that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. You understand? Just for a reason to start a war. You understand? And that's what it's looking like. It's looking like they're trying to really go to war with Iran. You understand? Because boy, oh boy, like how in the world you telling me you picked the drone up and you thought it was yours? Nah, you can't thought it was yours. With all the technology you have, all the communication you have, you know what I mean? You have missiles that are so precise, it can land in a man's lap while he's having a dinner.
Yeah.
And you telling me your technology somehow failure? Nah. You know what I mean? You using our people as pawns.
Yeah.
Yes, and black people, we need to wake up. Let him send his sons and daughters across there. Let him send his mother and father across there. You understand? Let him drones. Let him and these Arabs fight it out. That war ain't our war. You understand? That ain't our war. We don't move like that. You understand? We don't move with that concept of, you know what I mean, we're gonna sacrifice our people, you understand, just to get in a war. Just go start the war.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Why are you trying to pull black people in? And then we're gonna turn the news on and see all this retaliatory strikes going on and thinking it's for them soldiers. That ain't for them soldiers.
That's right.
That ain't for them soldiers.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's a pretense.
You can't. That's just what they really wanted to do, but they used them. So now it's gonna bring you dumb black people, dumb ones. You're gonna join the military just because of that. when you should not. You understand? Your preacher's going to tell you you're going to have to fight. You should not go join the American military. Let them fight. They don't need you. They claim to have all the best equipment in the world. You understand? Best weaponry in the world. Well, let them, you know what I mean, them boys, them proud boys and them, let them go join the military.
Damn right.
You understand? Since they love America so much.
Cap,
join it. Come on.
No, Cap, that's what you saying is so right. Where are the patriots at just signing up for this war?
Yeah,
what the January 6th crew?
Come on, Cap. That's so right, man. And look, let me tell you something. The scriptures say this: if you a watchman on the wall, you supposed to blow the trumpet when you see danger coming. If you don't blow the trumpet, the scriptures say then that blood is on your hands. Where is the accountability? Who was in charge? It's supposed to be a whole, but you don't see these black leaders. You know what these black leaders get ready to do? They get ready to have a black history luncheon, a black history breakfast. But they'll get mad when the UPK coming in and throw the integration progress report of these 3 soldiers on their desk in front of while they having their breakfast. They'll get mad about that. They'll say we a hate group for coming and charge them for what all the evil that's going on with our people. So like
they're getting ready to have a Black History panhandle because that's what that luncheon is. They're all going to be sitting at that table with their hand out looking for a check to not rile the slaves up. That's all they're going to do. You know what I mean? If I could, before we just move ahead, I just want to give you all the gravity. This is, again, the same battle at Kamdesh in Afghanistan. You're seeing the screen, right? It said the complex attack on the COP Keating storyboard, right? 2009. You see all these numbers here? Is men who died, killed in action, waiting hours for air support because they're in a base in the middle of nowhere. And these Afghans is not fighting for a check. They're fighting for their people and their God. So they spend days trekking that mountain. And brother, all the ammo America was giving them to try to negotiate, they took it from the friendlies. Them little rebels went and took it from the friendlies and laced the camp down, bro. You know what I'm saying? PFC Thompson, KIA killed in action. This one killed in action. That one killed in action. There's the whole list down here. Down there, 24 people. 577 total. Just this sitting ducks in a valley. This is who you go and trust your life with. But you say you ain't gonna come and stand on the corner because we gonna get killed. I'm talking about these people who got killed.
That's right.
And I'm gonna stand on that corner again. Like that is absolutely crazy. It's time for our people to fully wake up, man. Where are we going back? We're going back to Texas with DeSantis. Was there any more on it?
Let me go to it.
Where they say he sent the troops because he had to pull out of the presidential race. He couldn't run no more.
Khan.
I believe it was right at the top there. We left off at.
Khan. DeSantis made his overture during a press conference in Florida and furthered his rhetoric against Biden. Insecurity at the border and culture war issues that he stumped on while campaigning for president. We need to stop this invasion at the southern border once and for all, said DeSantis during a press conference arranged in Jacksonville to announce his latest steps. We are going to...
He said invasion and once and for all? But these are people who scared to push the button on Iran, on, Israel and Gaza, push the button on Russia. But El Salvadorians, Hondurans, and Mexicans, is an invasion. That's a threat to you. Like an invasion is that's a threatening adjective. Like an invasive species. Them biologists always classify certain animals and plants, certain flora and fauna and aqua life as invasive species, because once they come in, they'll threaten the local ecosystem and take over. He's describing our brothers as an invasion and wants to stop it once and for all. But you have no energy for Putin.
That's right.
Man, go ahead, please.
Cap, here you have an example of a failure. You failed in a political campaign, and now you want to endorse a military campaign. You are this is clout chasing at its finest with DeSantis. He's trying to stay relative in the Trump circle, and it is a damn shame. Can I get one scripture if I can, Cap?
Please.
Can I get Malachi chapter 1, verse 4 through 5? Because here we have it. See, these people, and you know what? And being that it's Black History Month, this is what Black people don't understand what happened with integration. Of course, before integration, you had white kids in these schools that wasn't so popular. They were being bullied. You know, they weren't the most popular children amongst other white kids. But then the opportunity came where they had someone they can pick on, and then they could be labeled a cool kid. You understand? They wasn't cool at first. A lot of these racist white people, they're nobodies. They're trash. But they have the opportunity to trample on your people. And then now the other bullies can say, well, you know what? You know, you're not so bad after all. You're kind of tough because you're able to pick on that Hispanic kid or that Black kid, or that brother and sister that's Caribbean. Yeah, you can hang with us now. But before this, they were at the bottom.
Right.
And this is what we have right here with people like DeSantis and people like him all over. You understand? They would be nobody if they didn't have any white supremacy to support, to uplift them. Can I get this scripture, my brother?
Can't cancel. The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
You understand? They want to try to build this place up to whatever type of way they want to build. And even after these destruction come, they want to rebuild. The Lord said he gonna throw down. You understand? He don't care about them trying to build up a wall or build up this society. He gonna throw down. He gonna destroy it. Keep going.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
The border of what?
Wickedness.
If you ever want to know wickedness, you got to know where that border lies. That's important.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And on that border. Please.
GPS. Go ahead, sir.
I think your mic went off. I didn't know you were still talking. Salaki.
Oh, Salaki, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, please. Keep going on. You might want to say that last line you said there, because it definitely went out.
Okay. Read that last scripture where it says the border of wickedness. Read that part right there, my brother.
The border of wickedness.
You understand? If you ever want to know where the border of wickedness is, you got to know your oppressor. Because it starts with him and it ends with him. Wickedness. Because it compasses him. This is what goes on with the border of wickedness. This is why everywhere his border is, or wherever he sets a border, there's wickedness.
That's right.
You understand? He wants to regulate his borders because there's evil going on there.
That's right.
He want to stop poor and working class people from coming over from a war-torn country that he facilitated.
Right.
And saying that they're illegal, but somehow drugs get a green card. Talk to me, Israel. Stop playing with the UPK. You think we don't see this? They don't want the UPK out there anyway. It's too much political outrage. And I want to say this too. A lot of those local politicians in Texas that's black, that's being targeted by these white supremacist group. Guess who arms they're running into? The arms of yours truly, the ISUPK. And we're gonna hold them tight, if you know what I mean. We're gonna squeeze them real tight to make sure they're safe. Shalaki, I yield.
And two, as you were saying, Captain Mashak, with them saying alien, that's you know what I mean, that's Esau's way of branding you close to, you know what I mean, so that if any harm is to come your way, you are alien. You're illegal. You don't matter. You understand? Like they know what Esau does to the enemy. And they're treating these Hispanics, these poor Hispanics, as Kahan is saying, these people who land is, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, just, you know what I mean, how to put it, bad, in a bad state. And is trying to come to America to seek some type of help, some type of refuge. And you are calling them illegal alien. Right? Now, look at what's going on across there in the Middle East, which shows you the hypocrisy of America. You have a nation that done unalive 25,000 to going to 30,000, and you're not going across the America with all the might you have to try and save these people. You understand? You claim to be the police of the world,
right?
Look at what you're doing to the Mexicans. The Mexicans are coming across here with no guns. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't have nothing on it, but they're coming across here hungry, starving, impoverished. And you treated them like what? You're saying what? They legal aliens. They invading your country.
Right.
The Lord gonna deal with you all. The Lord is going to deal with you, America.
Yeah.
But where you're chosen to deal with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? The world may have forgotten what you did to the Native Indians. The world may have forgotten what you did to black people, and the world will forget what you did to these Mexicans on the border.
Right.
But the Most High ain't gonna forget what you did to us. He's not. That's why this world is you all are going to have to fight. We're sending kids over to go die in these wars.
Yep.
Because the Lord ain't going to forget what you're doing to these Mexicans. While you're worried about the Mexican invading, your sons will be dying in the Middle East. They will be dying across there.
Once and for all. I say once and for all.
Yeah. So you go ahead.
Yeah, he's despicable. He's despicable. It's a lucky General Q chimed in. I'll whop on ya. Barack.
How about that,
General Q, he was in the chat there. You'll follow General Q on that WhatsApp. He have a WhatsApp link with news he be posting. That's right. The ISUPK news channel. You all go click the link in the chat. You're gonna get some, get a lot of these news and articles coming in quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I mean? Before we move, if I could get also to Deuteronomy 28, 49, and 50, please. Because this year, like for him to say them words, like, we need to stop the invasion once and for all. Damn, Mark. Like that's you know what I mean?
That's the SOS for them, you know what I mean, for them so-called, you know what I mean. I don't know if I could say it, but these are necks. You know what I mean?
And not only them, Cap. It's strategic to the point where he's trying to cause. I don't know how serious he's about it, but he's trying to cause fracture and fission in the armed services, because in the military, you're still gonna have those people who have those ideals. I remember he's saying he's prepared to send from Florida. So he's stirring up the whole idea. He's portraying that he's a hard man, that Trump is not, because Trump ain't gonna do this. I'll do this, and you'll ask me to step down. And it's damn near where from this you get to see who is he'll be able to fish out who within the armed forces is like-minded like him.
Right.
And he know the type of play. It's almost like you're setting up for a coup in a way.
Exactly.
It's like a dog whistle, and letting the strong men, the military men, you letting them know, hey, I'm that guy if you want to handle shit like this. You want to stop it once and for all. An invasion. I'm the leader that will let you do it. I'm him. That's damn near what he's saying. Yeah,
like
go ahead, please. Come on with it.
What you're saying, it's like a roll call. What you're saying is so right. That's what he's doing. He's doing, like you said, a dog whistle. It's like a racist roll call for all those who are against the Democratic Party or open borders, as they say. So like I yield.
Yep, you're right. If I could get that scripture, them 2 verses there real quick.
Can. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. So you already know it's talking about America, likening it to the eagle, being swift as how the eagle would fly. And this is the nation the Lord is bringing against us from the ends of the earth. Like, this nation is against us, whether we in Jordan, on the Syrian-Jordan border, or whether we on the American-Mexican border. This nation is against us from the ends of the earth, and they fly swift as the eagle. They wasn't gone home to go defend the Syrian Jordan border, but they gone home for this because these people are the real problem in the whole world. We stop this invasion, brother, it'll snow candy and sugar. These people is the problem. Keep going, please.
Can. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And brother, okay, this is so layered up. Like, of course, this is talking about the language. Our language is Hebrew, his language is English. But brother, this sign here is a tongue that you cannot understand that. Like, we be invasion, but we ain't got no weapons. We're not trying to take over the place. What the F you talking about?
That's right.
That's this Bible. This people is read that part again, please. So up.
Can, sir. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
This is a people who, when they talk, we will be dumbfounded because of the lies and the whole projection that comes out their mouth.
And Salaki Mashaki, what you saying is so heavy too, because that's what it used to try to throw people off when it comes to the UPK. They call us a hate group. They say all these, like non-factual things about us, but it's the language that they're using to try and disrupt. Try to disrupt. What Commander Yahanna is trying to do for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
You understand? That language, because they can't say nothing, they can't bring no facts to the table, but they could talk that, they could talk that type of language.
Yep. Like, and it's something that's gonna make you be like, you can understand this.
Yeah.
You can understand what they say, and they could understand it though.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
Let's stop this invasion once and for all. What? What you mean by that? What you mean by once and for all? You ain't stopping drugs from crossing the border once and for all.
That's it.
You ain't stopping fentanyl from crossing the border once and for all.
That's right, Cap.
You ain't stopping sex trafficking from happening once and for all.
That's right.
You ain't doing that. But these people, this is you, and this Bible is real today. It's living today. Keep reading, please, brother. Please.
And
Salaki,
Misha,
come on.
what you're saying is so heavy. Let's just stop the guns and the drugs, and maybe the people wouldn't have to run to America.
Oh, listen, you so right. Like they're going all the way to Jordan and Syria. Why not just go down there and just cut the whole thing off?
Yeah.
So to give Zebulon and Issachar a better place that they could live.
Yeah.
If you're so concerned about safety and democracy and all of that, but you are people with a fierce countenance. Keep going, please.
Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, neither shew favor to the young.
This is a nation of fierce countenance. Look at like these people here, who, yes, they contracted and they, sworn and took an oath and all of that. But this man is really talking about going and, putting an end to people out.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. And look at their faces, brother. This is ain't nobody shame face. Everybody stone face and looking up like, the house is full of mice. We had to get rid of the mice.
Right.
Or roaches.
Or roaches or any rodent or anything that's, deemed, it's good enough to just eradicate. Like these are the faces of the people that stood up with this man with the sign, "Stop the invasion."
Right.
Listen, this is listen. If Sitting Bull and Red Cloud had the same mind as DeSantis, we wouldn't have this problem today.
That's it.
If Geronimo and them had the same thing about stop the invasion, because DeSantis and all of them Italian Cubans down there in Florida who think they're Cuban, but they're a bunch of Italians and small hats and Germans. You were once an invasion.
That's right.
And nobody sought to stop you. People thought to be hospitable towards you. And this is how you return the favor. The Lord is going to drown you in your blood.
Right.
That's right.
That's the only thing you're going to understand. So like Cap, go ahead, Kahan.
Cap, no, what you saying? And you know what's so crazy about this? We talking about DeSantis, the governor of Florida.
Right.
Now, if my memory serves me, I could be wrong. But didn't they just seize a yacht from a Russian oligarch in Miami?
Come on, man.
Like, do you really want to go this route?
Right.
I'm talking about Miami. Do you really, really want to go? Like, we just talking about South Florida.
The MIAO.
Are you the Florida Keys? They call it Florida Keys for a reason.
For a reason.
They found a kilo at the beach, a kilo of cocaine washing up at the beach every other Sunday. Do you really want to go there? Do you really want to talk? Do you really want to have this conversation?
Right.
Like this is it. I mean, it's hypocrisy at its finest.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Captain Mashak just eloquently brought out with the scripture. And this is how they cannot stand before the priests and prophets of the Lord.
Right.
Because I can go down there on the boat of Florida Keys and just sit out there with a boat at midnight, and you can probably see a bale of cocaine floating around. I mean, out there in the water. The Coast Guard, it's so much cocaine floating around in Florida Keys, the Coast Guard can't even get to it. Washing up on the beach. Are you kidding me?
Right.
So like I yield.
Yeah, please.
DeSantis is taking a page right out of Trump's book, because what he's doing is he knows that America is a hateful place and an evil place. So he knows if he says stuff like that, they will back him. Right? So that speaks to the evilness of America. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, because he's showing you what you want. Yeah. You want to destroy or unallow these people coming through the border. Any just place would have said, no, leave those people alone. But you're going to rally behind DeSantis because he's telling you what you want to hear. Just like Trump told you what you want to hear, and saying that these people are, horrible people, the worst people on the earth. Where these people are victims of you.
Yeah.
Right? And they looking for a refuge, and you are so hateful, and DeSantis knows how hateful you are. That's why he can use words like, these are trigger words. It's an invasion. Be done once and for all. These are trigger words. He's trying to rally people behind him for his campaign, which is just exposing how evil this place is. And that's why the Lord's going to destroy it, like he destroyed Egypt, like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't think anybody, any priest and prophet would ever stand to the Lord right now and say, what if we find 5 people in America? Nah, they're all evil. They're all evil, and they all want to destroy God's chosen people.
Listen, you so right with it, because remember, he got told to sit down off the campaign. He not campaigning anymore. The Republican head is already decided. It's Trump.
Right.
He was told to sit down, but he's still campaigning, which is why, just like how he's saying it's an invasion and stopping for once and for all, DeSantis is leading a coup arc. He's leading a coup against the union. That's what he's doing. He's leading a coup against the union. You taking troops that belong to who? The White House, the Capitol, they ain't Florida troops.
That's right.
And you trying to talk to mobilize to do what? This he's positioning, he's jockeying, juxtaposing for the position of a coup arc.
Right.
That's what he's doing. He's fishing the air to see if this is something almost like what Trump did when he lost to Biden.
Exactly.
See those words? Where's what's his full name? Where's Pence? You know, we lose, make them pay. Those was words that fueled a certain group of people to do something violent. He's doing the same thing. You're right. He's definitely taking the book. But he ain't campaigning. This nigga he's leading the coup. He is trying to instigate the damn near, to succeed from the union. That if it go that far.
Because it's almost like, yes, I just say that Cap. It's almost like his confidence get hit. Like a spoiled child. You know how Esau is with them, as a child.
Yep.
You do him something as a child, and he is going to, he gonna sink wherever he had to sink. He doesn't care. He just wants back. He just wants to show that he's tough.
Yeah, his manhood got hit. He was told to sit down, and they let a woman stand up. His manhood is hit. His manhood is absolutely hit. He had to know short. Listen, it's damn near really the beginning stages. I didn't even want to say it's fully similar, because Caesar had full control of that military. But when Caesar crossed the Rubicon with that military and did not change colors, brother, Rome knew something was up. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he ain't crossing no Rubicon. He trying to cross the border now.
And Salaki Cap.
Go ahead.
It's so spiritual what you said about Caesar, because he knew to disarm before he crossed that Rubicon.
Right.
But it was a plot. It was a power play, and he knew that it was all or nothing. And he said in his famous quote, "Let the die be cast."
That's it.
That's it. He said it. He knew that it was gonna be full out war with them senators and them with the Congress of senators at that time. He knew it was a power play, and he wanted to make it a dictatorship, and that's what he did.
Yep, and that's down near what DeSantis, pushing for with this thing here. Is the same spirit of it. He definitely don't have the full power and control like that. But these type of that type of language, that type of tongue, like the scripture says, something you can't really understand unless you're an animal. Unless you're a fellow animal, that's when you could really understand this type of thing here. You know what I mean? I ain't even think Putin talk like that about the Ukrainians.
Exactly.
I don't even think Putin said, let's put an end to this once and for all. I don't even think he said that. In fact, Putin said, we the same. Come back.
Yes. Yes, he said that. He told them that.
Cap, Cap, no, what you saying is right. Even Putin dealing with on a diplomatic level because he's saying that these are our countrymen and he's trying to he really can crush them. You know, he really can, really, to be honest. But he's trying to have because he know he had to rule over these people.
Exactly.
You know, these areas that he gonna take conquest over, he still have to govern. So he still have to have some diplomacy.
Right.
But with these people here in the quote unquote free world, in the quote unquote God fearing USA, they have to put an end of it once and for all. Stop the invasion. Invasion of what and who?
Exactly.
I mean, you know, and trust and believe. Biden's like the general said, Biden's a company, man. He's up in age. But trust and believe, those other generals under Biden, they know what they want to do. They know where this can go. This can spill into a civil war at the border. With the border, with the cartel at that.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to add that fact into it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them border towns, I got news for you. They ain't run by the U.S.
Right.
That money may have in God we trust, but it's coming across that border. Salaki, I yield. I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much, Cap Salaki. I yield.
Check and see there's a white van outside, cuz. Let's make sure that they in a white van with no windows, a panel van. Just check.
Yeah. I mean, and as you were saying that too, I'm thinking this. Okay, I would understand you say they're invading if the Hispanic at some point in history did a 9/11. But there's no history of them doing a 9/11. But you're not saying the Arabs invading, you're not saying these other countries invading, but you're going to say the Mexican invading. Why? And it could be, you know what I mean, it could be a two, you know what I mean, what do I call it again? Like manifold, meaning this. They know that if them Mexicans come across here, they're going to be oppressed just like us. And it's just going to be a matter of time before we join with them.
Yeah.
And rise as a people.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's almost to a point where, you know what I mean, the elites, they see it and they know it. You know what I mean? You know, if you oppress a people, now you have the Mexicans and these brothers on the same ground. It's only a matter of time if America gets into a depression that these people already surviving in a depression gonna climb out of it together. You understand? So I don't know. It could be, you know what I mean, they're seeing it and trying to put stop to it. But the Lord for sure, you know what I mean, he have a plan, a better plan than them.
Anytime he tried to stop us, brother, it involved bloodshed and the military. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the Philly move, you know, to the Detroit riots, the thing that sparked up the Detroit riots with them cops when they killed them young people. You know what I mean? Anytime he tried to put an end to something involving us, it's never diplomatic. It's never, you know, it's never words. It probably would begin with words, but it's going to end with, you know, wrongs, with grain. You know what I mean? It's going to end like that. And that's how he plays when it comes to us, which is why we had a CD writing on the wall, man. We had a CD writing on the wall. You know what I mean? And like we definitely every brother and sister in listening to this podcast to Anthony General's channel and listening to all the podcasts, I want you all to make sure you're sharing and subscribing to these channels and sharing it all over.
Right.
Because right now in America, they're saying that there is a shortage of local media. All these local media houses in these different cities and counties are closing down. The big conglomerates are lasting, and the local papers, the local media houses, they are closing down. And those local papers and media houses have been predominantly black and brown. They have been predominantly black and brown, and they will give the black and brown experience because they're community based. So now when you have something like the big conglomerates keeping their position, but the local ones that were very successful closing down. Those journalists don't get rehired into the mainstream, not in number, which means your scope and your coverage is being diminished. It's a new age form of censorship by stifling these local media houses, which is why these podcasts, the UPK, again, is the last resort, the sanctuary, the only place that still stands, man. You all have to share these things. Listen, the perspective of Black people from Black people to Black people is being hushed, Black and brown. And it needs to keep going, because nowhere else would you hear there's an outcry for 3 people that died where they're not supposed to be. Now, mind you, this is 3 people on the back of 671 and counting in a mass grave. This is 3 people on the back of 250 something in another grave down there. I think it was in Florida too, where it was an air base that was built on a cemetery. This is 3 people on the backs of every other thing that was happening. The perspective will always be from the mainstream media houses is always going to be pro-white, pro-America, pro-white supremacists.
That's right.
There's nobody speaking on behalf of or from the perspective of the disenfranchised. The Ukrainians have a voice. Everybody else have a voice, and we don't. You all better go check it out. They're saying it's starting to now become a fleeting thing. These local community and county media houses and media stations, from the radio stations to the newspapers to those little TV programs on public access, they're really shutting them down for different reasons. But what they're finding predominantly is these Black and brown journalists don't have a home no more, which means Black and brown perspective is being silenced. And it's being silenced. Why? Because they don't want you to wake up. The same thing Captain Nathak saying. Without somebody putting the pieces of the puzzle together, you'll never see the picture.
That's it.
You'll never see that 3 people. The first casualties in Biden war, 3 Black people. The first casualties in Trump's war was a brother.
That's right. So
you never see the correlation. So like, can't say it again?
No, Cap. The first casualty in the Revolutionary War was a Black man, Crispin Attucks.
Come on, man. Like you need somebody to paint the picture for you. You need just like I needed somebody to paint the picture for me.
Mm-hmm.
Need that to happen. So you on there tonight, you in the chat room. I see you all. You're a few hundred strong up in here. You all hit that like button and you all share this everywhere, man. You need to do your part. You can't come to camp. I understand that it's not for everybody. I pray the Lord give you the heart to, but I understand it's not for everybody. You sisters, you definitely can't come to camp. Do your part and make sure our voice gets heard in our neighborhoods, man. Do your part. Do your part. Listen, you like to clean the house with the radio playing. You want to sweep the floor with ski, and you sweeping the floor. Turn on the damn podcast, man. Let your neighbors hear something. Because our voice, that's what they want to happen. They want us to talk in a circle and never ever spread. And never give you a perspective that's going to inspire some type of anger in you and type of action in you. But meanwhile, they'll let DeSantis inspire anger and action in his people. But we can't inspire ours. We can't inspire ours to stop getting high, to stop being whores, stop being prostitutes, stop being pimps, to stop being Christian. We can't inspire ours. We can't wash our mouth. You make sure you doing your part. We talking. Mm-hmm. We doing our part. You make sure you letting us be heard everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Now is not the time to try, say, well, it gonna get wrong as the internet. People dying abroad and at home. Like how America say there's clear and present danger, local and abroad. We in clear and present danger, local and abroad. Do your part.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I just have one question for King Jacob.
Go ahead.
He seemed to be a nuthead, right?
Oh, he in the chat?
Yeah, he said he asked. He said you guys are insane to support criminal illegals. King Jacob, name me one criminal illegal. That's all I had to ask you.
Salaki.
Name me the criminal illegals. Or you're just regurgitating something you hear the oppressor saying. Because your head far up his behind. You're wearing it like a hat.
That's right.
I'm fitted.
Right.
I'm fitted, man.
Yeah.
I'm fitted with no strap.
It's a locket, Cap.
Come on, please.
And you know this. I don't know if this is a Israelite, a Judite or not. But I'm gonna say this, man. This is what black people don't understand in America. The story that our Latino brothers and sisters have across the border is the same story you had when you was leaving off the plantation.
That's right.
That's what you don't understand. You were illegal leaving the plantation. We're talking about Black History Month. We in Black History Month. Do your research. You were illegal. And then during the Civil War, you was contraband. So this is what you don't understand. This is why Christ said, man, when he talked about the stranger. You understand? And he said, if you done it for the least of these, you done it also unto me. A lot of people don't even understand. A lot of our people don't understand what's going on, what the Lord is doing. The Bible, Christ said, the harvest is plenteous and the laborers are few. He's sending us laborers.
Right.
Those brothers and sisters have skills.
That's
and they're
right.
coming into our communities. We're supposed to open our arms to them and work with and help build. That's the other half of us. We don't even understand what's going on spiritually. But you wicked Negro, listening to the Republican Party, listening to these right-wing extremists, you're gonna find out, man, that you were just a pawn. If you ain't found it out yet, man, then you in the way. But I tell you what, it's some black people and black politicians. I've told our brothers for years that we're gonna get our Nicodemus moment. It's getting ready to happen. It's happening. Those black politicians, they're starting to knock it. They're starting to knock at Commander General Yahanna's door.
Right.
They may not come publicly. They come by night. They come in secret. But they're starting to say, we see what's going on with this country. We see this country could descend into total anarchy or civil war. Where should we stand? Because we got them knocking at our door saying that we support, that we too black. Where if you're going to be black, be all the way black.
That's right.
If you're going to be Latino, be all the, what did the Bible say? Be ye hot or cold.
Right.
Lest I spew you out.
Right.
This is the time now. This is the time that the Messiah, our King, talked about. To pick a side and stand there firm.
Right.
Salaki, I yield.
If I could, sir. Salaki, sir. Capcom hit it right on the head. Hit it right on the head because the biggest fear at that border is not the drug cartels. It's not, violence. The biggest fear that at that border is there's a people at the border who are harder working than the people over here, who are more righteous. It's almost like, it's almost like Cain and Abel a little bit, right? Because the hate is not because this brother's doing something to you. You hate him because he's more righteous than you, right?
Yeah.
A resilient people is at the border. A resilient people who's going to come here and they're afraid they're going to take your jobs. Yes, they will, because these people are harder workers. They're more honest, right? And you don't want that competition. Right? So that's what is really at the border, and that's what's really scaring white America. The competition of people who are better than they are, and these people got God's spirit on them. So that's their big fear.
Yeah, and Salaki, my art for people who say who are afraid of them coming to take your jobs. Go back 400 years, right? Was there any unemployed black person in America? No.
Right.
But somehow you fast forward 400 years, the unemployment is high, right? But America is still able to send $80 billion to Israel, then send a few more billions to Ukraine, and send and Lord knows how much billions of dollars that they're giving these other countries just to be in their country to have a base. You understand? But you ain't complaining about the money they're giving these other nations. You're complaining about what the Hispanic going to come and take, which is no money. They're coming to work. You're a fool. You go ahead and believe the oppressor.
Right.
The lock, sir. If I may, sir, I just, I got a confession. I'm seeing that sign he has which says "Stop the invasion," and to be honest, sir, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Ron DeSantis. I'm jealous of these oppressors, how they can rally behind the fact they don't want so-called invaders in their community. And I wish our leaders in the civil rights movement took this stance. I wish our leaders took this stance when the Chinese came with their shops. I wish our leaders took this stance when the Arabs came with their gas stations. I wish our leaders took this stance when the government came with their drugs and their Planned Parenthoods and their religion. I wish we had leaders, like Officer Williams said, that are racist. I wish we had leaders that put us first. And that's why I thank the Lord for Commander Yahanna. I really do, because
that's right.
Without the truth, I would think that that's evil, when that's what we need.
That's right.
That's what we need right there. Stop the damn invasion. We need that for our own people. And
Damn
anybody
right.
that thinks the UPK is a hate group, you got to look at America first.
That's
right. That first, because the Lord told us we should separate.
Salaka, can I say one thing, Cap?
Please.
Cap Lamar just brought out something just so heavy, man. I believe yesterday was Groundhog Day, and I don't think Ben Carson came out to see his shadow. And I'm about sick. You know what? Oh my goodness, I'm trying, Cap. The Bible, Jeremiah 14:2 says, "The gates thereof are language. Judah mourneth, the gates thereof are language." And you got a lot of these black leaders who try to be gatekeepers, but the gates are weak. And I got news for you. We got the keys now.
Right.
I got news for you. The UPK got the keys. We're not worried about these gatekeepers no more, man. It's wide open. You understand?
Right.
Like, they don't give a damn about who and some of them, the army, the people that's going down to the border in Texas is calling themselves, and I quote, God's army. Let that marinate for a minute.
Damn.
They calling themselves God's army. Remember, we told you that this political thing would turn religious in about a few seconds. But nobody's saying who's God. They automatically say, by default, their God is the God. Is the God of the Bible, who happens to be white. But then you want to get mad at the UPK? Man, you better stop playing with the UPK. You better stop playing with this, because you're going to find yourself on the wrong side of the border. I yield.
Right.
And that's God's border you talking about. Hey, let gain one more story. If anybody, unless you all had something else to say on DeSantis, well, let's get one more story before we totally, up to the time and out of time. You know what I mean? Let's pick one, man. Any good one that y'all want to gain in. You know what I mean? Also, too, if you have family, within the migrant caravan, so-called immigrants down there, if you know people, y'all give them the number to the ISUPK anywhere, man. The ISUPK, just look it up. Just look it up on your smartphones. Google ISUPK and the city you in. It's gonna come right up with the number. You call us, man. You call us down there, brother. You got support. You got help. You got brothers. You got family. You got family. You ain't an invasion. You coming for dinner. You ain't no invasion.
Right.
you coming home for dinner, we gonna kill the fatted calf for you. Because you family. You family, brother. And we're gonna put the filter through the border too. We're gonna separate the Ukrainians, the
Damn
Chinese,
right.
everybody sneaking in with you. We're gonna put a net right there. It's gonna be so spiritual. Israel gonna just naturally gravitate to one side. They're gonna separate the rough goat. And we're gonna kill the fatted calf for you. You just call the ISUPK, man, and make sure this thing goes out, brother. Make sure this thing goes out. You brothers and sisters, you online, you in the chat, you hitting thumbs up. Hit thumbs up 1,000 times and share this everywhere. Share this to people who you don't even talk to. I don't give a damn. Because, brother, they're doing their best to make sure we go into the shadows.
That's right.
They're doing their best to make sure you don't hear about nothing. Imagine right now you ain't hearing about all them bodies they found in Mississippi. You ain't hearing none of them. You ain't hearing nothing about them things. You ain't hearing about the prison in Alabama. You ain't hearing nothing that's going on. It's because we don't have that outlet no more. They want us to just die in silence and go in peace, and they're slowly replacing us with these Hamites. They're replacing you with the Hamites in the Hollywood and the acting. They're replacing you in the music. They're replacing you on the college campuses. Now, if you ever wonder why, and the conscious community would always come and say, well, if Israelites was in Egypt, where's the proof? Now you're seeing why. Now you're seeing why it's not clear and everywhere for everybody to see. Because they would, give it a few more years, brother, there'll be no record of slavery in America.
That's right.
Right. They're going to call us migrants who just made a bad decision and didn't manage it good. That's what they're going to do. You give it some time. So where we going?
Order said we try to invade America.
Right.
And the court us before.
Damn, to modernize that. They're going to call us the invasion.
Yeah. They got on a ship and they tried to come across to America to invade America, and we stopped them. And Christopher Columbus is a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
You know what I mean? They're gonna do the same thing like what they did with Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is on the wall in the White House after he done unalive, the so-called, Native Indians. Families lost their lives. You understand? Babies lost their lives on that journey. And you have his face up in the White House. You have, you have statues of him. These oppressors read the stories to the young oppressors about Andrew Jackson.
So lucky.
Go ahead.
Good, Cap. There's an old saying that history is written by the victors. And when you look at what these so-called founding fathers did in this country, it would make Hitler blush. Because the catastrophic things that were done in this country that were told, and then things that we're just finding out. Like, once again, we're finding the mass graves. We almost can go on a GPS and make markers in every state in the United States about massive graves they have found. And we might have to do that to upload that on our site, so for the general public to see that we have done the research and the data.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand when the Bible, the Lord said this, Salakia. He said, I call heaven and earth to be a witness. The earth would not lie for you, neither will heaven.
That's right.
That's what this man don't understand. And he's trapped in between. He's trapped in between two witnesses, heaven and earth, and neither will lie for him. So why should you, Israel? Why should you? Salakia, I yield.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen, they had this image here with that Andrew Jackson. I thought that was a good comparison, because Andrew Jackson, he used the military to his advantage and then became president. DeSantis trying to use the military to his advantage. This is from a New York Times best-selling author, John Macomb. Andrew Jackson, the American Lion. And this is a man who targeted our brown brothers, our black and brown brothers, and their wives and their children, just like Ron DeSantis is doing.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
This is a man who did that. This is a man who cleared the southern states and moved everybody up to the Dakota and all of that. This is him. And he's on the, what, $20 bill now? I think he's on the $20 bill, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
In the $20 bill, he became a president. Like, this is, you got to understand what the hell is going on, man. You got to understand what the hell is going on. Now, TD Jakes ain't going to tell you this. He too busy being gay. Puff Daddy ain't going to tell you this. He too busy serving his lust. You understand? They ain't going to tell you this. Shit, Club Shay Shay and Cat Williams ain't going to tell you this, man. They're arguing over jokes and shit. Like, the time is at hand, man. I don't know if Israel really understanding what the hell is really going on. The time is at hand. Yeah, man. Let's go, Akim. So what was the last one we gonna pull?
I don't know if the one with the Hispanics and them in New York. You know what I mean? Where the media trying to portray the Hispanics and them as being evil. You know what I mean? And who knows what these cops been, you know what I mean, abusing black people, abusing Hispanic people for, you know what I mean, for decades now, for years now. You understand? But they portray these, you know what I mean, these Hispanic brothers as being, you know what I mean, problem. I mean, who knows if there was, you know what I mean, simply trying to defend themselves. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, what number is that, sir?
I think that was the last one with the video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
I think the last one with the video. I don't know if that might be too long.
Not number 12, you mean?
Yeah, I think there's just a video with it where Fox News, you know what I mean? You know how they like to spew the, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to use this to show that these are the people that you're letting in. These are the problem that you're letting in. Not you know what I mean, Phil Costine, who digging a hole under New York. Not the, you know what I mean, not them our necks who have like 150 AK-47s loaded with bullets. Them ain't the problem. You understand?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the video here. I'm gonna go ahead and play it, all right? Let me know when you want me to stop.
New video is sparking even more outrage over the group of migrants accused of attacking 2 New York City police officers. That's what you're looking at on the left hand of your screen. Those guys were freed without bail. And now look at this. Here's one suspect flipping the bird to the cameras. He could care less. Another blows kisses as he smiles and laughs. The other suspect next to him also putting up the middle fingers and cursing at those reporters. Remorseless.
And pause it.
Brazen.
And so like you could see them, you know what I mean, the brothers and them, they're trying to have some type of, you know what I mean, like self like you know, just come and push me around. You could just come and do me anything because you know what I mean? Because who knows, the officer more than likely may have been giving him a directive, but the brother might be in understand English. The same thing I was saying, like you don't understand the tongue. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, I thought if I could, I'm not even giving the officers the benefit of the doubt. Just like this Fox reporter is putting a blanket statement saying these people, we know the reputation of the NYPD.
That's right.
We know the reputation of the NYPD. Do I have to bring up Abner Louima? Anybody know who Abner Louima is?
Come on, sir.
Just Google Abner Louima. I know you're gonna know a warrior. Google it and just read quickly Abner Louima. Just Google that for me real quick and read it. I'm not even going to pretend this is, and listen, this is New York. I don't know where in New York, but New York also has a very high population of Spanish-speaking people. You telling me there's cops who don't know how to give directions in Spanish? Them cops don't know Yiddish, but they surely didn't do to them them tunnel diggers. They didn't do that to them tunnel diggers. They was able to calmly go in there and get pushed around and pews were thrown at them, and they maintained the goddamn training.
That's right.
I ain't giving these cops no goddamn pass, Ark.
That's right.
I'm not giving them a pass.
That's right.
They thought they could violate people who were sojourning in your land. You're swearing on the Bible every 4 years, but you don't do a damn thing the Bible say. Anybody have Abner Louima?
You got
I got it, sir.
Go ahead,
Kawakan. Abner Louima is a Haitian American man who in 1997 was physically attacked, brutalized, and raped by officers of the New York City Police Department after he was arrested outside a Brooklyn nightclub.
Say that part again. He was what?
Kawakan. Abner Louima is a Haitian American who in 1997 was physically attacked, brutalized, and raped by officers of the New York City Police Department after he was arrested outside a Brooklyn nightclub.
This is him in 97. He's an older brother now. He got the beard on him. They arrested this one brother, about 5 or 6 of them, beat him senseless, took him to the precinct, and took the handle of a plunger, placed it in his behind, and took turns kicking it up into him.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to hear nothing about defending these cops who harassed these brothers because they were immigrants and they was trying to stop them once and for all, like what DeSantis was saying.
And I was going to add that also too, because the news reporters not even saying anything about it.
No,
they just want to paint a picture that these immigrants are the problem in New York right now.
Yep.
Not the tunnel diggers.
Exactly. Had that happened in that damn synagogue, brother, you know what the news would be talking about? The news would be talking about retraining these cops to deal with conflict, because we know the NYPD has a reputation, and we know we know this, and it's just a little too much force and blah 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 blah. These brothers, listen up. These brothers were defending themselves, brother.
Yes, and who knows?
Nobody.
Who knows if they stop another what's your brother name?
Another Eric Garner.
Yes.
Another Oscar Obrego.
Right. They wasn't willing to stand back like some of us did and just flim and see a brother, die because he can't take a breath.
Yeah.
You understand? They decided to do something about it.
Yep. Because you notice it's just one. And the rest of them come in there and be like, nah, And this is okay, bro. This thing is so spiritual. Where these is people now, they don't understand, don't have nothing to lose.
Right.
They don't have nothing to lose. All they have is one thing: brotherhood.
That's right.
Each one of them need the next one of them.
That's right.
All the brothers you see on that tape there. Now, I am by no means giving anybody a green light to go bomb rush some cops and attack some cops. That's not what I'm saying. But in this particular situation, they knew the cops was wrong. The court knew the cops was wrong. That's why they freed them without bail.
That's right. That's it.
That's why. And these brothers here, they saw their brother. They didn't see a uniform. They saw their brother in problems and sought to release him from the jaws of death.
That's right. That's right. Like Esau want to be able to do anything to us, and we just sit back and take it. You know what I mean? When the days for that coming to an end.
Exactly.
The days for that drama's coming to an end.
You think these brothers? Go ahead, Salaki. You can answer. Salaki, I don't get you. You don't get me hyped up now. Salaki,
nah. But the Bible says, oppression make it a wise man mad. You understand? Man. Like these brothers here, they for sure know whatever them cops was doing, it was wrong. You know what I mean? It was fully wrong. You understand? What they should be doing is showing them cops face on the TV and showing other cops what not to be like. You understand? But now you want to show these migrants up because they don't have lawyers to defend them. You understand? They don't have money to defend them. You understand? You always want to take advantage of poor people.
Yeah, that's wild. That's absolutely wild right there, man. Like these you think these brothers we in the age of the internet. You think these brothers ain't see what happened with George Floyd?
Yeah.
Right.
You think they're fitting to walk from Honduras to the Mexican border, walk from, the Sinaloa Highway or wherever else, or wherever in Mexico to Lower Texas, get shipped to New York and what? Let you just violate?
Never.
You couldn't walk a mile in their shoes, literally. You couldn't do it. You want to play a little bit more on the tape?
Yeah, you could play a little bit more.
If I could, sir.
Yeah,
if I
please,
could. And the hard part or the sad part is the abuse that the NYPD is getting ready to do against these brothers or these migrants because of this incident.
I was thinking the
Like,
same thing.
Sir.
Now. Go ahead, keep going, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, because they're a bunch of proud bastards, man. So you could even the news is like what happened here. That's why they're painting it this way, because they're trying to justify whatever they're planning to do in the near future to these poor people. And again, America is such an evil place. It's gonna happen. And in fact, right now, if nothing happens, America will be upset. So they're gonna have to do something to make an example out of these poor brothers. I mean, who came here for refuge, but didn't realize they really came into the belly of the beast over here with these vile people in charge.
It's a lot.
You're right. Go ahead, Cap.
And you know what the Warriors brought out was so heavy. They got a sign where they caught one white protester that's against that's talking about the borders. He got a quote. He wrote on what is not a billboard, but one of the posters. He said that heaven has walls and hell got open gates, open borders. Well, this is hell. America is hell.
Right.
Just because you think that they talking about they got open borders, they don't matter. It's things get through customs. It's all kind of ways. If you got the right connection or the right kind of money, you can do whatever you want to do in this godforsaken place.
Yeah.
You want to come and attack these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like these people, and the Bible warns us against this type of behavior. You ain't supposed to oppress the poor or the stranger.
Right.
He's supposed to live within thy gates.
That's right.
That's what the biblical law says. You ain't supposed to exploit and do these type of things. And Lord knows what's going on up there in New York, man. I mean, especially with the women.
Right.
They taking advantage of them women. I'm telling you, man, like this place is evil, man. It's evil, and that's why the Lord has to put this on HD so we can see it, because he's a judge. And when nobody's saying that he was wrong for what he about to do to this place.
That's right. That's
Nobody can say, because he laying forth the evidence, right? He's saying, okay, you be the judge. Because when he judged this place, nobody can sit here. Nobody gonna be able to say, well, you know what, God was wrong for burning America.
Right.
They ain't gonna be able to say that. After all this, it's so much that he's showing you, you don't even want to see it no more.
That's right.
You want to close your eyes. And that's the burden of being a prophet. Some things the Lord show you don't want to see.
Yeah. Yep.
And what you're saying is a heavy. That's why you have the Christian church and then pastors. Christian church and that pastor, he tried to shield you from things like this, so that your eyes ain't open to what America is actually doing to you. You understand?
If I could, sir, that The scripture said we're not ignorant to the devil's designs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's gonna happen in NYC going forward is gonna be blamed on these migrants. You're gonna see these Edomites hate these brothers so much, they're gonna start putting on masks and looting, and guess who's gonna be blamed? The migrants. I mean, so we already know what's coming with all this. They're gonna start. They hate them so much that they're gonna force everybody to hate them also by doing all types, just like they did during those riots. Come to find out, there's a bunch of white people in masks doing all the looting and rioting.
Right.
So they have these tactics they use to try to get everybody to hate these people, and sadly, our brothers and sisters often fall for it. You know, they fall for it. They're always victims. You see, what's victims with that whole brick lady thing, where we just hate each other because some African said she got hit with a brick. Right. They're gonna set these brothers up to make them look like they're looting and doing all these things when it's not gonna be them. It's gonna be a bunch of Edomite kids, skateboard kids running around doing their dirt.
And
these is kids, you know, like you say.
They are. Yeah.
These is kids. These is not men.
No.
These is not, full grown hard men. These is kids. Brother, I mean, like I warn him, you're so right. Once again, this is gonna be rough. Don't keep ignoring the prophets, man. Keep ignoring the prophets, and it's gonna be even worse. And like the Bible say, the end is not yet. This is just the beginning. We still got power. We still got internet. So you could still go to the grocery store. Wait till the Lord removes those things, brother.
Boy,
wait till the Lord removes those things. I hope you understand. I hope you're ready. I absolutely hope you're ready, because it's coming. It's coming. You know what I mean? With that, I think we way over the time. We give you all some extra time tonight. Make sure we get it in. Join us every Saturday. We on here. Check out Command and General Yahanna this Monday, 9 p.m. We have the Black Watch every Monday, 9 p.m. Holding it down. He coming on every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, the same channel, 9 p.m. You know what I mean? Rocking it out. Check him out Monday. Pay your tithes. ISUPK.com. Support the truth. Pay that tithes, man. Every person who, you have a slavery, 10% must come into the priests and prophets of the Lord. Go on down there and pay them tithes, man. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? This whole channel, this whole platform. Remember, also my Hyman class every Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Monday and Thursday, ISUPK online classes on Facebook and YouTube. You know what I mean? Make sure you tap in. Make sure you support the whole thing. And of course, Command and General Yahanna Black Watch every Monday night, 9 p.m. Once again, to the usual suspects always coming through Saturday night. You know what I mean? Captain 9 o'clock, holding down the whole thing, doing Purim and Passover, double header. You know what I mean? Captain Kahan also holding down the South. You know what I mean? Coming through every weekend. You know what I mean? We got Officer Warrior coming through, helping us out with the reading and perspective. You know what I mean? You're all familiar with Officer Kazak for sure. You know, coming, always supporting. You know what I mean? Tawana, Officer Sawapiala, you know what I mean? Across the seas, down in the Caribbean, holding us down. Tawana for all the support. You all like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you tune in. Pay your tithes. Pay that Passover fee. $200 for every person 18 years and over, man. We're going to see you all next week, Lord allow, man. Shalom. Yabashin Shabrak thumb.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.